event match that was back in Melee. It was just this little Marth versus Link. And in that game, one thing I will say about Melee is that when two swords clanked in that game, it actually made like a steel noise of like two swords actually clanking.
Yeah,
they stopped doing that after Melee. I don't know why.
There's a bunch of nice little touches that Melee had, which I guess might be part of there being a smaller roster overall.
Yeah, you know,
you can put a little finishing touch.
Yeah, Melee had a lot of nice little touches, you know, like wave dashing.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Little things like that are nice.
Just little things, yeah. The little things, if you would. Pokemon Stadium 2 is the pick. One thing that DELTAFORCE will definitely have over Panther right here is, of course, projectiles. Link not only has pretty long sword with a lot of very strong attributes like that forward smash damn near killing from center stage, but also has got those projectiles on point as well. It's got the bomb as that up out shield is going to do it. Of course, it's got the arrows as well, which Link can pick up if they do land on the ground. Specifically, Adult Link can do that. As well as the boomerang, which can combo into all sorts of moves and create some pretty crazy shield pressure regardless if you're on the platform or off of it. And right now you see DELTAFORCE playing in the playstyle that he likes to play as. He has gone on the record in saying that he wants to be the aggressive Link. He wants to be the mashy Link, if you would. He wants to be the one that's in your face, like, is all levels of my neutral air is going to piss you off so much. He's gone on record in saying that that's what he wants to do. So far, we're on a pretty solid steamroll on Panther right here, Ubel. This is not looking too good.
Yeah, he's gone on record of saying it and has been on record of doing it to great effectiveness. Not only against Panther as he falls a little too fast. Link's fall speed, one of his best things, but sometimes you can just fall a little fast sometimes, and that's okay. Yeah. But he's had plenty of success offline and online. Well, he hasn't come out to much online, but regardless of where you face him, DELTAFORCE is always a name to be reckoned with whether it be with traps like that or just great situational awareness. And we saw it plenty with his matches prior on stream against Slade and Sourdough, and he's shown why he deserves to be here and why he deserves to be in consideration for New Jersey PR.
Which he has been in the past multiple times, actually. I do believe he was a very close second to Sensei when Sensei got ranked number 15th on the New Jersey PR back when he got ranked on that. It was going to be either him or DELTAFORCE, I believe. And Sensei just had the better results, primarily because of Tri-State Showdown, in which he got like 17th and beat like 3 like amazing players in that tournament. Really amazing run for Sensei back then. But yeah, whenever he's just in the face and in the meat, he's getting all sorts of wacky conversions. He's doing all the Link stuff, man. He's just beating out whatever options that like Panther is going to put out quicker with Nair. He's landing these first hit back airs into neutral airs as well, which can set up into regrabs or projectile tech chase situations. He really is doing the aggressive Link stuff for the time being, and even when he's not, he's keeping that spacing on point with the jab, like you saw right there. No parries or nothing. He was going to be able to get that punish. I mean, that Panther was not going to be able to get that punish because the spacing from DELTAFORCE was just so on point.
Yeah, and we hype up DELTAFORCE so much, but slowly, Panther has started to work his way back into this game. Like, the first stock, DELTAFORCE seemed to be so commanding, and now, while the percent is starting to slip away, it's still a one-stock affair. This Lucina is, of course, you know, as I say it, the classic. You know, sometimes you fall a little too far, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely was hyping up DELTAFORCE a little too much, but well, not a little too much, but like in terms of I wasn't talking about Panther enough. I will definitely say that, but unfortunately, Panther is gonna have to do some pretty deep digging and adaptation to see how Panther is gonna be able to bring back this set. Running back into game number 2 here. I have never seen Panther before. I don't know if they are a solo Lucina main or if they got something else on the horizon right now. But
oh no, they're a Fox main.
They're a Fox main. Thank you for letting me know. I've never seen this player before.
Yeah, no, they're known for their Fox, and here is the Fox. But throughout this tournament, they've been trying out other characters, notably Ike and Ridley and Wolf, and in his repertoire. And now the Lucina. This is the first time of me seeing his Lucina. But Fox has been his number 1.
Oh, well, thank you for letting me know about that. I was not aware. Panther, let's see what your Fox is going to be able to get right here. Hopefully some pretty good stuff, especially considering those recent buffs that Fox got. And I know the last patch was nothing majorly substantial, just a lot of, like, what do you call it? Just a lot of like multi-hit move fixes, like harder to get out of them, or just little like inconsistent, like, you know, hitboxes, fixes like that. But I gotta be honest, in my personal opinion, and I'll talk about me for a sec here, I think Fox is easily the winner of the last patch.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm being completely honest, like the down air buffs, like even I've been playing Fox a lot recently, as a matter of fact, and his down air, I mean, he's still not what he used to be, like back in Smash 4 in terms of the crazy, you know, like Fox zones and like New York mix-ups that this character was able to provide. But I'm not gonna lie, when I land a down air with Fox now, he feels a little bit like his Smash 4 incarnations with the easy follow-ups that he gets off of it right now. Like, he's got, like, a mix to it now, which I very much appreciate, and I very much want to see, like, if Panther, especially like you're saying, is a Fox main, I definitely want to see what they can do with this character now, especially since this is supposedly their best.
Yeah, Fox is the Fox is definitely the winner, because all he needed down air and forward air to do was to just reliably connect into each other, and less so forward air, but absolutely down air. If he could reliably connect the final hit of down air, then suddenly his combo tree just opened up like so far. And while he won't be Smash 4 because up tilt doesn't and should never hit ledge, that was a no.
Yeah.
But that down air buff just makes his damage, like, suddenly he went from a character that like has really good option select and really good option coverage thanks to his speed and the power of things like his dash attack. Now he went from that and also now has all of those low percent combos that he was missing before. Now dash attack can lead into down air, which can lead to like another dash attack or a nair, and all of it kind of unlocks, and it's really impressive to see. While Panther is a little bit more of a neutral-focused Fox, he plays the game a little bit. He plays the game with a little bit more coverage in mind, and looking for more read-based follow-ups rather than true-based follow-ups. That's more of a Fass's, the other Fox in top 8, his repertoire. Panther is absolutely ready and willing to look for those confirms and look for those follow-ups.
Yeah, supposedly, I mean, with these ledge trapping situations that Panther was creating, I mean, he definitely wasn't, like, you know, hanging back and going really for any safe stuff. You saw him just whip out that forward smash as soon as he saw his DELTAFORCE, like, jump off the ledge right there. It wasn't necessarily the right thing to do, but it was what his option choice was. You know, he decided to just, like, commit right there with the forward smash. If this lands, I'm going to be able to get myself a meaty stock here. If not, whatever. I might eat a punish. I might not. Whatever. Speaking of eating a punish, though, that forward air, going to kill him from the other side of the level. Talk about one thing that Fox is not as good at anymore, and that is holding his own and eating his Wheaties. For sure, definitely a lot lighter of a character than he used to be. Fun fact, I say it every time, lighter than Pikachu. I'll let you all know. Yep. Once again, and the falling neutral air to the up smash, the Fox McCloud classic, sending DELTAFORCE right back up to the McClouds and securing Panther a W in this set, saying I might be down after that first game, but not out for sure. This is my counter pick. You're going to have to think long and hard about what you're going to want to do about this Fox, buddy boy. Woo!
Yeah, it's a... You know, sometimes, while Lucina plays a much different game compared to... absolutely plays a different game, and just the added tempo that Fox brings can really make some of Link's stuff, while absolutely safe on shield, Fox has a much easier time with punishing Link, because he can get in from such a far range, and he can be in his face. He can juggle a whole lot more. He puts on the damage and puts on the pressure that Lucina just can't sometimes.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's Fox McCloud, dude.
He's been doing it for, like, over a decade.
He's been doing it for 2 decades. Just about at this point. Fox McCloud being one of the greatest rushdown characters in the history of platform fighters, and definitely one of this game's biggest, if not the biggest, rushdown character for sure. Fox, like, is not exactly the same like he was back in Smash 4, like I said, to, you know, bring up a game that we don't play anymore, obviously. But he still does have a lot of what he used to have, like blocks off of neutral airs on platforms like that. His jab still reliably connects out of so many situations, including falling neutral airs and just back airs and whatnot. He still is Fox. He still is the amazing rushdown character that he is. He's lighter than he used to be, and he has to work a little bit harder. And maybe that second one is not necessarily true. I mean, I feel like a lot of what Fox gets right now is off of neutral airs, but because of his weight, I feel like Fox in this game specifically, despite, you know, being better in previous incarnations, I feel like he has to play, like, perfectly in this game
Yeah.
before he really just explodes, considering, especially just considering he's one of the lightest characters in the game now. I feel like Fox just has to play so much more perfectly lest he just explode off of any of Link's just strong aerials and strong attacks. Speaking of strong attacks, there's the back air. Gonna do it.
Despite Fox being a lot lighter than he used to be in all of the previous games, the same amount of nice double parry. He keeps the same amount of wow, Fox is one of the easiest characters to cheese in a lot of ways. So it really kind of leans into the glass cannon part of his character more than just the raw rushdown part. And you have to accept that if you're a Fox main in some scenarios, but the reward of this character, when you are playing on and you are covering those options, and even just swarming with your frame data and with your speed, it just gets it can get out of hand so quickly with the opponent, especially since DELTAFORCE has had prior troubles with a lot of the spacies. He's Wolf used to and probably still does give him a whole boatload of trouble, regardless of the Wolf that he's playing. So, Fox's may not be as damaging as Wolf, but he can be just as oppressive.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a true statement, to say the least. But that weight can definitely play a detrimental part of that. But like you said, once they're on, they're on. I feel like Fox is they say Fox is the character for naturals, if you would. That he's a character that very much rewards good fundamentals, because he requires you to have a very, as that up smash takes the stock, he requires you to have a very basic knowledge of just about every aspect of playing a platform fighter. He requires you to have at least a decent skill at neutral. He requires you to know at least a little bit about edge guarding. He definitely requires you to delve in a little bit regarding punish game. I feel like nothing for Fox, if I'm being completely honest, comes truly for free, if you would. I feel like you have to work at least a little bit, or have not even necessarily work a little bit, but at the very least have some pretty decent game knowledge at worst to really play this character effectively, in my opinion. He has pretty much everything a platform fighting character needs. I've always said this about Fox, but I honestly think he's the quintessential Smash Brothers character, if you would, just with all the tools that he has. Going as far back as to Melee, he has everything a character needs technically, except that doesn't mean he's without flaws. He's got some pretty basic ones, and that is where it's really going to be on you as their opponent to really know your fundamentals and just outstuff Fox, if you would, like DELTAFORCE is slowly but surely doing right here, leaving lingering up air hitboxes out for Fox to fall out of in disadvantage, as he is still the fastest faller in the game.
Oh, that was such a huge window of opportunity that DELTAFORCE just didn't seem prepared to go for.
Oh, and again, the hesitation. Did you see? Oh, wow. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate for DELTAFORCE. The parry into nothing. That was... He definitely... I don't know if he was tilted or any... I don't want to go with tilted, but